in. Welcome to AIDA Africa Africana Journal Club's webinar. We host these webinars on demand. All of our webinars have been mentioned somewhere, perhaps by a member or any of the, partners that we work with. And today we are very honored to have our trainer, our guest trainer, and I will be introducing him shortly. Meanwhile, please keep introducing yourself in the chat. I see we are a good number, closing in on 40 and more participants still joining. Paul Hassan Ilegbusi from Ondo State College of Health Technology, Akure, Nigeria. It's my pleasure joining this webinar today. Welcome, Paul. Sylvia Jamutai Rotich, PhD student, University of Nairobi, Kenya. I am interested in using NVivo for analysis. Wonderful, very clear expectation there, thanks. Amos Odiwar, master's student, Public Health Nutrition, Masinda Muliro, University of Science and Technology. Welcome, Amos. Zadok says hi. Feel free to say more, Zadok Mainge, and everybody else. Tell us what you do and what you'd like to learn today. Dr. Anne Aswani, Masinda Muliro, University of Science and Technology, MUST, Kenya. Looking forward to be able to use NVivo for qualitative data. Welcome, everybody. Keep introducing yourselves in the chat, and I will proceed now to introduce our trainer for today. And we have with us Mr. Vincent Atuncha. And this facilitator, this trainer, has extensive experience in using NVivo, the software for qualitative data management and analysis. He has been in the field for quite a number of years doing this work as his main career. He is in population health, I believe. I am right. And we can hardly wait. I can see a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of expectations coming through. Keep your introductions coming as I introduce our trainer. So Vincent Atuncha is an astute qualitative researcher experienced in data collection, data cleaning, data analysis, proposal and report writing, and development of organizational research standards and policies. In analysis, he is proficient in coding and thematic analysis using NVivo, Atlas.ti, and Deduce for qualitative data, while he can also conveniently use Microsoft Excel, SPSS, and Stata for quantitative analysis. He has a BSc in public health, that was public health, and 14 years experience of professional practice in research and related fields. So I would like to inform all of us that if you do not have the NVivo software, you need to download it, and we will be guided step by step on how to do that. Vincent, you're very welcome. I'm going to make you co-host so that you are able to share your screen. And please, you're very welcome. You can unmute. You may proceed. Is it me or is there no volume? Let's see. Check your volume on your computer. I'm not sure if it's on my side only. I'm not sure.
We can't hear.
Can anybody hear?
No.
Okay,
No.
so it's not only my side. I think there's something with your audio.
Okay, let me just check because
yeah, now we can hear. Now we can hear you.
Okay, thank
now
you.
We can hear you. You may proceed.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you so much for the introduction, and I'm happy that everyone has been able to get time to join in for this introductory session on qualitative research. And I'm looking forward to an interactive session. So I believe everyone will be able to benefit from this. Yeah. Yes, so maybe unless we have any question, I would like to share my screen.
You may proceed.
Okay.
Are you able to share now?
Yes, you can share from your end, or I can share from my end.
I think just share from your end, you see.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm. Yes, we can see.
Yeah.
You
So,
can put full screen.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the last part, as you were talking, Daktari, we said if you don't have NVivo with you, kindly you can access a trial version of the latest, so that then we are able to go through together. Do we all have a copy of NVivo installed in our computers?
Members who
No,
does not
not-
have NVivo? I think you may need to show us how to download it. I have sent the instructions.
Okay, yeah, sure.
But we are here to learn. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So,
Yeah.
so basically, when we are talking about NVivo, it comes in to address the intensive analysis that normally comes with qualitative work or qualitative data. There is always so much, and every time you think about qualitative work, then you are talking about huge chunks of data. And so handling this data sometimes can be very much problematic. And so we always need a software or a tool that can help you to facilitate that process. And so NVivo comes in as one of those tools which we can use to make the analysis exercise a bit easier. Unlike quantitative analysis, where we have quite a number of softwares which sometimes which are automated and they do most of the things for you, in qualitative research, most of the work will still be done by the researcher, only that as you do the reading of the different documents, then you are able, at least you are able to track your reflections along the way. And anytime you want to go back to probably what you are doing, then it becomes easier that you have a software to help you to do that. Yeah, so I want to make an assumption that we are all very much familiar with qualitative research and the differences with qualitative and quantitative. And again, the importance of qualitative work. Why do we always need to do qualitative work? And the complementary or the interdependent relationship between qualitative and qualitative research. And well, when we talk about data collection for qualitative research, again, I'm assuming that probably we are all probably familiar with one or two methods of data collection, and we have what you can see there, important concept. Anytime you are dealing about any research, you always want to think about some of this. And for qualitative, one thing that is very important is triangulation, that you cannot conclude on any study subject when you are doing qualitative research with relying on only one source. You need to have at least 2 or 3 sources, so that then you are able to do some comparisons on what you are getting from 8 of them. And I think this is something we always do. Every time you are writing a research paper, you always quote, you always use different references, and even in your discussion, you always want to say whether to what extent your research agrees with the works of other people. Yeah. So some of those things are there. And again, we always talk about bias. In every research, you as a researcher, you aim at reducing bias as much as possible. And when it comes to qualitative, we always have to think about observation bias, you know, and sometimes, you know, when the participants are aware that probably you are recording or you're observing, there are some who might not be willing to give you as much information as when they are not aware that they are being observed or even they are being recorded. So while you have all that in mind, then you are prepared to come up with various ways you can use to ensure that bias is minimized. Yeah, so I will not go through that, but you can just have a look. Probably we are saying that every time you are thinking of qualitative data, then you think of videos, you think of notes. But in most cases, we are using transcripts, which is more like notes. And although different softwares for data analysis, including NVivo, can ask the ability to handle all these kind of data forms. Yeah. So that these different types of qualitative work, the ethnographic studies, we have case studies, which I think most of us do, case studies. We have oral history, all of those phenomenological, grounded theory, and I think, and this is the most common one which we do. You want to build a case, you know, every time at the end of every qualitative work, there are a number of conclusions which you make, some of them which will always require further or in-depth exploration using different quantitative approaches. So you realize that qualitative work sometimes actually is likely to lead to new discoveries, and mostly we refer that to grounded theory approaches. Then we have the narrative and several others. Yeah, so qualitative data analysis. As I said earlier, when we are thinking about qualitative data analysis, it's not similar to quantitative, simply because in quantitative analysis, most of the things are done by the computer, you know. Anytime we are even running different tests, and as much as sometimes we have formulas for different tests, including sample calculations, you realize that most of the quantitative softwares come with the abilities to run some of those tests for you. However, when we are talking about qualitative, you are the one who will still be able to do most of the work, all the way from data cleaning. And again, if it's a video, the software will not pick for you relevant information which you need from the video without you going through the whole video and identifying the areas of the video which are relevant to your research objectives. Similarly, even when you are reading through a transcript, then you realize you actually have to read through every line and be able to select which sections of that transcripts speak well to the different research questions. Yeah. So there we are. I think this is very practical. So I would like all of us to access that website if you don't have NVivo installed in your machine. So one thing you will discover, for those maybe who are at the phase of data analysis, you have already completed your data collection, data collection. So maybe you have already done your transcripts, you have them ready for analysis, and NVivo can give you can support you to do this, because it will offer you a 14 days free, you know, version, and it's not a limited version. It comes with all the features that NVivo has. So once you do that, you'll always be required to have an email. Once you access the website, then you can always be able to access. So I would like all of us to make sure you have the software with you. And in case you are experiencing any challenges, being able to access it, then you let me know.
So is everybody there? Have we all managed to get the link? It's on the screen, and I hope you're using your computer so that you can move from that tab to the other tab. The recording is available and will be uploaded to our YouTube page, Ada Africa. So don't worry, Zaujia, Shemahonge, it will be available. I don't think you can record from your side, but the recording will be on the Ada Africa YouTube. All right. So I still see more people coming in, and some people are saying the download is not yet complete. We had given participant requirement instructions for you to have this on your tab. So if you have it, please put a thumbs up. You know how to go to the reactions bar at the bottom of your screen. Let's see who is there. Or maybe it's easier to say who is not there. Let's say who is not there. Okay. Sorry, put your hands down, those who are saying they're there. Let's see who is stuck. I think it's easier to check who is stuck so that we move together. This is a practical session.
Yeah.
If you are stuck, you don't have NVivo on your machine, please indicate. I see some raised hands. Some people have said they are stuck. I'm not sure why you're stuck. I hope you're not using your phone, or if you have a good phone that can navigate, it's okay, but we are preferring that you have your computer so that it's easier to navigate. 3 people are still stuck. Others are still coming in. It looks like everybody else is okay, only 3 people. Do you need any help? Ivan, Scholastic, Josephine, oh, you're getting there. Kimathi is also stuck. Yes, Dr. Josephine Mudami?
Yes, sorry, good afternoon. Thank you very much. I am stuck on how to get the link
Okay.
to NVivo. I have tried it before. That has been my bad experience. And I don't want to miss it now that Dr. Vincent is here and assisting us. Thank you.
Maybe Vincent can guide us, but I know that if you have already been on the trial, if 2 weeks elapsed, then you are being told to buy it.
Yeah, if you have used it before, then you might have to use another email to be able to access that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
yes,
so if you have used it before, yeah, you can always get a friend's email, or you can always get a different. If you use the Yahoo email to access, then maybe you can use a Gmail to access it. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. All right.
Yeah.
Anybody else who is stuck? So do we proceed now? Ivan, Scholastic, are you sorted?
Excuse me.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you so much. Sorry, I joined late and I was requesting a help through Jury WhatsApp group, but now I am in. So I can see on the screen that we need to go to the link. Yes, I used the link, and to select try for free. Where to select the try for free? I don't see that on the open link. Any help?
Okay, let me.
I need to download. I don't see the download version. I don't see. I'm sorry to take you back because I'm joining it now. If I ask really a question which is not relevant, bear with me.
It's fine. Let me open from my end. So that's. So once you have accepted, up there, let me share this now. Okay, so that's okay. Yeah, so you can all see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm referring to the section up here once you access the link where you get free trial. Yeah. So once you click the free trial, then it will open you to another page. So here you can create your account, put in your details, make sure you are able to access your email.
Oh, the problem is where the link directed me, because where the link directed me, I don't have that option of creating an account. Maybe if you send to us in the chat group the full link.
The link, there is only one link. You are given one link for each of your emails, and it's very unique. So you can't share a link from another person. So that is why the link will just be sent directly to your email. Eh?
Okay.
Are we together?
Okay. Let me just follow. Maybe I will come into practice later.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Because I can't see the link, so
okay,
can't see the page. Yeah.
But you're able. Are you able to get to where I am now?
No, that was just the problem of getting where you are now. Because once I have got a link from the chat group.
Or when you click, okay.
This is free trial, and by now this is where you don't have.
Okay, you don't have that. Okay. The link, this is the link here. This is the link. So let me just send it again. If you click on that link,
okay.
If you click on that link, it's going to bring you to this to the page directly. Then from the page now you're able to click free trial. And once you click the free trial, it will bring you to this page where you are now able to put in your credentials.
Yes.
You put in a valid email, a valid password. Should be strong. Should be strong.
Yes, there now. Thank you. Now this works. Thank you so much, my brother.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
So once you are
Yes,
there,
now we are together.
so again, you can opt to log in with your Gmail, but not the problem with that. If you had already used your Gmail to download the software, then you'll not be able to access it. Yeah. Then you click send verification
I think
code.
we are all there. Ivan, I'll lower your hand, or are you still stuck, Ivan? Okay, I think you just proceed, Vincent.
Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. So once all right. So this is where we were. So one thing that you will need to understand is on how NVivo, so we are going to go together, and I'm going to ask any of you to be sharing your screens at any given point so that we are able to know that we have been able to cover this. So one thing you'll realize there is a blue section on the software. Once you open the home page, you will be able to see a page which looks like this, which is divided into 7 sections. And what each of them refers to is what we normally have in most of our computers. Normally, almost every page you open will always have a menu bar You'll always have a find bar. You'll always have a detail, you know, all this you're like, then we always have a status bar. So can I see anybody who is on this page? I'm going to stop sharing so that anybody can share. Whoever
We
is
can
on,
have someone raise their hand in order so that we can.
yeah, anybody, you can just raise up your hand and share. I'm stopping sharing my screen so that someone can share. Let me stop sharing so that we know we are at that page. Anybody?
Okay, Sylvia, you'd like to share? Let me enable you to share.
Yes, please.
Oh. Are you able to share, Sylvia, now? Check. I'm not sure if Sylvia can hear us.
Anybody can share? Feel free to share your screen so that we know we are on the same page.
Okay, Stephen, welcome. You can share.
Sorry, I've shared mine. I don't know whether you can view from your end.
Oh, let me see who's sharing screen. Yes, it's Sylvia. Yes, we can see your screen. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the home page. Once you from that point, this page, you are able to see that you have how many days remaining. Sylvia, you have 13 days remaining. So we have to hasten your data analysis work to ensure that you are able to complete it. So there you are. So let us click on the new project, Sylvia. So once you have all your data ready, it could be text, it could be videos, then you can there under title you insert your project title. You can have your thesis title. You can have your anything that you are doing. Yeah. Yeah, and so you can see it's going to be saved directly to your machine. Yeah, then you can give an end description, maybe what is it all about, where is it conducted, is it in Kenya, online, Nigeria, whichever. Yeah, so you can give a country, yes. So then you check whether you are okay with the location of the file, because that's where you will have all your documents in regard to this project saved. And as you can see, the extension of the file that you will have is NVP, which is so NVivo program. So if you are comfortable where your document is, then you can move to next down there.
Okay, so I can browse the location.
You can change the location if you are not comfortable. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So there again. So you can choose to have your project saved automatically, such that any progress you make, it will be automatically saved, or you want to be reminded you have not saved your work after some time. So you can see here now, by default, you will be reminded after every 15 minutes that you have not saved your work.
Okay.
Yeah, but then it's good to use autosave so that in the event that maybe something happens and you forget to save your work, it will be able to autosave, or you can have both. Yeah.
So I can just click here to autosave, or which where exactly?
After every 5 minutes, yeah, that's okay. Or after, yeah. So then again, the NVivo also creates a recovery or a backup in case the program crashes or your computer crashes. Then normally it is the program, crashes, you are still able to get to access all your project documents because you will have created a recovery file, and normally it will be stored in your. So that is why now you have to change the recovery location for the location for the recovery file. It should not be the same as where you are keeping your. So if the other one was in documents, so in the event that your machine probably is partitioned, then you can get another location. And if you don't have, maybe your machine is not partitioned, then you can have a USB or a memory card installed to your machine, then you are able to have your backup. But luckily, you have different volumes, so you can choose a volume for your recovery.
Okay.
Yeah. So once that is done, then you can comfortably say now you create your project. So that is the first thing you'll always do. Yeah. So there we are. Let's be patient. No, you're saying that not for now. Do not show tour again, because I'm already taking you through that for now. So you can skip the tour up there. Skip. You can see where skip is. Up, up, up. Yes, there you are. So on the top left, you can see, yeah, there is an arrow pointing backwards. You can click up there, go up a little, then next you need to move to the right a little. There's an arrow there. I want you to click that. You can be able to close this.
Where exactly?
Yeah, the next a little, the up, just go up. No, up, yeah, up, yeah. So I think there's an arrow pointing backwards, which I wanted to click, then you're able to close. I hope everybody can
see it from my end.
Can see what I'm talking about. Okay, that's okay. So is everyone new where we are?
Yes, that one.
Wow, that is very good. So basically, what can NVivo do? Number one, it will allow you to import your data from different locations in your computer. You can see, just Sylvia, go down under import. You can see where it's written import. Scroll upwards. I think, yeah, there we are. So the first thing then is about your data. Which data are you going to analyze? So you upload all your data which you want to upload, and this data can be in form of files. Again, so once your data is in, then the next thing you will now start to do coding. Yeah. And so you will want to build different codes which you are going to use. So this is what the basics on the left side you can see. And so once you have completed importing your data and you have begun doing your coding, then you can now build what you call cases based on the data which you have. And again, while you are doing the analysis, you can also make notes which you can keep, which you can be used at different time. Okay, so those are the basics. The other things are in depth to be able to look at them maybe. Yes, but yeah, so that one we can look at it probably some. So there we are. So we are talking about the menu. The menu, probably the menu bar is the most important one you need to know. Sylvia, can you click where you, or can you click file? Can you see file somewhere? Up there?
Yes, yeah.
No, up, the one on the topmost line. Then you go right now. Go to the right. Right. Don't go down, just go to the right. So everyone, I think you can see what we have up there. We have file, then we have home, we have import, create, explore, share, all that. That's what we refer to the menu bar, okay? And so then the next thing under each of the menu, then you'll have all that. So Sylvia, do you have any files in your computer for analysis?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so let's go to import up there.
I don't know how I can remove this bar from.
You can remove this. There's just where you are. Okay. Someone can help in probably pointing to there's an arrow pointing. How do you call that? The IT people in the room.
The cursor. The cursor. Yeah.
Yeah. There's an arrow. That arrow, that white arrow you can see there. Click that arrow and it will take you back. Hide this. You want to hide that.
Let me see.
Okay, Sylvia is still struggling with that. I
And
think.
if Sylvia, you'd like somebody else to also volunteer, it's
Okay,
okay.
Yes, yes, please.
No
Yes.
pressure.
Do we have anyone else who is where we are on your computer?
Stephen had raised his hand.
Okay, Kevin, let's proceed from
Stephen?
where Sylvia has just stopped.
Yeah, Stephen, are you able to screen share? Stephen Olubuliera?
Yeah, yes, good afternoon. Yes, I can, but I don't have files for analysis. So unfortunately.
Or you don't have files for analysis. Anyone who has some files for analysis? Oh no, you can, Kevin, you can even use even any Word document which is in your computer. It's still okay.
Stephen, I am sure you have a Word document with some
Yeah,
text
or
to
PDF
be
or
analyzed.
Yeah, maybe you can give me like a minute so I can take a
Okay.
specific.
Okay.
I can take a
Something that is
specific one.
public to share, not private.
Public to share. I don't want to expose myself.
Yes, sure. So
Well, if any participant, you have any question or comment, please feel free to type in the chat.
yeah, sure.
A lot of people earlier were asking how to get to this page, but also you can ask generally about NVivo.
Yeah, sure.
So maybe tell us, Vincent, this is version 12 Pro. And my question is, it seems like there's a new version every other time.
Yeah, NVivo now.
come?
Now we have version 14. Version 14 is coming very, very soon, and they will be available for trial.
So in each version, they add some features on the software.
Well, they always try to maintain the external features, like those things you can, the ones you can easily see, like how the page looks like, but now they give you additional features, especially in the analysis. And now once you have completed, but the coding still remains the same. Yes, let's see. Stephen is there. Okay, good.
And there was a question from Marion.
Okay, let's
Marion,
see.
you have a question or comment?
Yeah, I have a question. My question is, if I have tried NVivo, say 12,
Yes.
can I be allowed to try 14? Like I logged in, like we are logging in, but I didn't use it to analyze any data. So when I have data, will I be allowed to use it?
So did you download it?
I may have downloaded it, I'm not sure.
Because in the event you downloaded the version and installed it in your computer and they have your credentials, then you cannot be allowed to try again.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
but
I
you
didn't
cannot.
download.
If you didn't download it, means you only have an account, but you have not been able to download any of the versions. So you can still use NVivo 14.
Okay. Thank you.
And again, in the event that you already downloaded that, so you can always get a different email to access that. So you can use someone else's account to access that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So Stephen, you can create a new project quickly. There you are. Yeah. You
Okay.
give it a name, any name. You can say this is, yeah, give it a name. Yeah, there we are. So next, we want to be a bit quick now that we already, yeah. So you can, thank you. That's very good. Again, you said the recovery, when you are doing the recovery file, you should not locate it in the same place where you have your computer, where you have your project, right?
Yes, yes.
So can you try to remove this quick access page?
Done.
Yeah. So we are talking about, so now in the event that you have your files ready, then you go to the import icon and click there, click files. So it's going to take you to your computer. You can now choose a file, 1 or 2. Yeah, there you are, open it. Yeah, so yeah, once you have your file, so it will ask you, wait a minute there. That's a very important section of in NVivo, because it helps you to differentiate the different files that you have. And when you are doing your analysis, after coding, you might want to see assuming that you are collecting data in a whole country from different regions within a country, and you are asking a very specific question where your interest is to see the variations from one region to another. So here, this is where now you are able to differentiate that and be able to give very specific names. And again, click on the attribute values, Stephen. Yeah. So you are able to, and under this page, we'll be able to, once the file, click under classification, let's see. Yeah. So once when Stephen, I want you to move to the quick access section, the blue section. Yes. So up there, yes. No, where you are? No, just go. No, the blue section where you are.
Here.
Yeah. So you have file classification. I think everyone can see that. So
yeah.
we can classify, like, you know, the kind of files you have. So you can either say you want to classify them by region where each file came from. So if we had said we are doing, we are given a classification, like now we are saying region, all age of the respondent, all the gender of the respondent, then you are able to have all those. If under this drop down, then you will have, okay.
Yes.
And so again, now once you have that, then you are able to create different attributes for each of the file. So you are able to give details about the respondent. These details you give are those you are interested. For example, let's say your study is focusing on understanding of a particular subject based on maybe the religious background of the respondent. Then you are able to create different attributes here. You can have different religious groups as one of the attribute. You can have the age, all those items which you think will help you in categorizing your responses in such a manner that you are able to conclude your research based on the different questions you have. So in the event that we have none, we just say okay. So we are able to move. Yeah. So there you have. So your file, that is the file that you have. As you can see, we have a few titles. The first one is the name of the file. Then we have the codes. Then we have the references, we have modified on and all those. Then again, we have the classification. So it will be able to classify. So you can classify your files using a criteria of your choice, any criteria that you are interested in. And when you'll be, once you have completed the coding, then you are able now to check what are the variations from different areas, okay? So once your file is in, so on this page, when you click under files, you can see now it will be able to display all the files which you have in your, all the files you have in your computer. There's a question there, someone is asking, he had one, but it crashed. So in the event that you used your email, then you are not able to access another one, but you can use a different email to access that. So once you have all your files in, yes. So it's only 14 days, okay? Yeah. So once you have your file, then the next thing is to read your file. So you can click on that file. Yeah. You can double click it, it can open. Yeah. So there you are. So now we are moving to the bit of what we now refer to coding. That is the most important thing, again, for analysis. So whenever we do coding, you have two options. One, looking at your data collection tool, you have different questions in your data collection tool, and you can create codes like the topics and the subtopics of your interest prior to the analysis. That is one of options which we have. The other option you have is to create codes using your first document. Assuming you have like 100 documents to review, so and all of them you use the same data collection tool for all of them. So you can use one of the documents that you have. You read through each each line of this document and you identify statements which are pleasant or which are relevant to your document or to your study, and you use those ones as codes. And I think this is what we are going to do in this case of we are talking understanding how to reach communities. So let's read. We can go down. Let's leave the abstracts. Yeah. So here, looking at the first line, an introduction, you're saying the term neglected tropical disease not only refers to the biological disease, but alludes to an indication of the types of, assuming the first question you asked in your research was, what do you understand by the term neglected tropical disease? So we can come up with a code. Who can guess what kind of a code we can have? The name we can refer to it. Remember, a code can have 1 word, 2 words, 3 words, not so long.
Definition.
Yeah?
Definition.
Definition. So we can have the definition of NTD as a code. Yeah? Anybody else? Let's talk. Yeah.
Just NTD.
Yeah, NTD.
NTD.
Remember, one thing you must ask yourself when you look at that code, remember the codes, when you are doing now the outputs, the codes, if you did wood coding, then you are going to have very nice, interesting subtopics, which will help you in your report writing. Okay, so it's important that you think through this very well so that you have good titles for your codes. So I think if we talk about the definition, maybe another one similar to that, or understanding of NTD, you know, or context, all those kind of terms you can use. So Stephen, can you highlight neglected? So we want to see where the definition comes in. So in this case, refers to the biological. No. I want to start. So let us now look, assuming our code is definition, okay? Which statement do we think will fall into the definition? Someone, Stephen, to tell us something? I'm sure everybody's seeing the screen, Stephen's screen. So anybody?
I can't see any raised hands.
Yeah, sure. You can raise up your hand and say something.
Yes, Jane?
I would take alludes to an indication of the types of communities affected by these diseases of poverty.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Anybody else?
Refers to the biological disease from there.
From the biological disease, eh? We can begin from there. Okay, anybody else? So we can begin. So I think we want to agree at the beginning point. Someone is saying we begin from it implies. Another one says we can take it from the biological disease. Another contrary opinion? Okay, so Stephen, you can highlight from the biological disease, yes, all the way until economically. Go down to the next line. Go down to the next line. Yes, economically, somewhere there. Okay, so once you have that, you have completed that, so you can now right click. Yeah, so when you right click, what do you see there? It will ask you, the first thing you can see there is the first three. You can see this has sections. There are how many sections you can see? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So you have kindly enlarge the font. Yes, that's a good one. So Stephen, how do you go about that?
Doing what?
How do you want? We want to see we want the font to be bigger than it is.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay, so there is this you can see your document has been divided into 3 sections. So where your cursor is, there's a boundary there. You can hold. Yeah, there's a boundary there. So the other boundary. Yes, that one. Yes. So squeeze it to the end. So there again, up there, you can see a magnifying lens. Yes, that one. Zoom. So zoom. Yes, you can do 200. Good. Thank you so much. Whoever asked the question, that is really good. So, but are we able now? You can try to. You can still reduce the other boundary. There's another boundary. I think they can still fit if you just squeeze the bookmarks section. You can squeeze that in, and even there's an arrow. Yes, there, that one. Yes, perfect. So now squeeze. Perfect. Now let's go back to where we were. So highlight for that the text. Yeah, I think you are learning. You are learning where you are doing it while you are learning. So biological. Yeah, that's okay. Mary, thank you so much for helping us to learn. So up to economically, that's where we were. So now, so even before you right click, okay, that's okay. That's fine. So I was saying it has around, there are many things you can do once you select that text. So for this case, our interest is code in NVivo. And the other thing we have is code selection. So what this means, the first option, code selection, it means decide on the code you want to link to this text. Then when you say code NVivo, this simply means the whole paragraph will become a code in itself, which is not recommended in most cases, unless it's a very small sentence. Maybe we have 1 word or 2 words. So you might want to do code NVivo, but mostly you will say code selection. So click code selection. There you are. So we don't have codes. In the event that we had codes which we had already populated, then you just click codes and it will be able to pick all the codes that you have. But now that we don't have, so you click new, create new. Yes, there. Yeah, so new code. So we said definition of entity. Yeah, so that is the code. So click on that code and then code selection to definition. So yeah, that one is already highlighted and then click. Good. Thank you so much. Any question? Any question up to there?
You see that we are already almost to the top of the hour. Somebody
Okay.
had said enlarge the font. I think you did. Yeah. So do we have any questions?
Yeah, up to there.
Please raise your virtual hand.
So, well, thank you so much, Stephen. You can, unless someone has a specific question on how we got to this page, because that is the most important page. Because this is where this is the workshop. This is where all the work happens. Yeah, this is where all the work happens. And the process is repeated, is repeated until you read through your document. So let's proceed to the next line. We are saying someone to read.
So, somebody has a question.
Okay, let's get the question.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Not a question, but I'm lost when I've been lost where you asked someone to click on to do the right click after the selection. The other steps I have not followed them well.
Okay, that's okay. So, Stephen, can you repeat what you did? Now you know what to do. And you can do that. You can now do with a different line. Eh? Let's read the next line, Stephen. Let's read the next line. So we are someone to, as we read through that, think on what title can we give to that line. Many communities burdened with NTDs are also hard to reach populations because of geography all socio-cultural differences. Yeah. Anybody? What title can we give that line? Or you can still read further. It's not necessarily.
Description.
You can say hard to reach. Yeah. Hard to reach, but okay, maybe that is not a good example to use. Let's read the next one. The neglected in NTD refers to a disease status relative to HIV, TB, malaria, but also to prevalence among world's poorest and marginalized communities. Wow. Anybody can think of that again as it's giving us more information about the definition? What do you think?
Yes, it is kind of a definition too.
Kind of an definition, so very good. So in the event that now you'll see, wait, where you are there, Stephen, where you are there, no, just highlight and then right click. So so when you highlight click, if you don't have any codes in your document, you saw what was happening in the first one we did. The third was not highlighted. It was gray. Code to recent code. That one was gray. So NVivo also allows you, if you find a statement which is related to the one you have just been reading, then you can mark them. You can have them together. So that's why it's asking you to code to recent codes. What happens when you click there, Stephen? So it will only you only have one code already. So you can click there. What happens? Click that. Good. So it will add it to the code. Okay. Any question on what to do when you right click? Okay. So once you have completed your coding, then what happens? Yeah. What happens? You have complete, assuming you have read through the whole document, you have done, you have filled, you have selected, and you have put in all the codes. Then what next? Let's go to the menu bar. I want us to click through. Where you are, just click home. When you click home, what happens? Yeah, you don't have to thank you, Elizabeth, for that. That is very true. So it is very convenient. And sometimes, because of that feature, you might want to use one code first. And although NVivo can allow you to code up to 5, the code to recent codes, it can give you up to 5 recent codes. So you can decide as you read through your document to just focus on 5 codes first. Yeah. When you are done, then again you pick another 5 codes. Yeah. So the other option, sometimes it's good to have. You don't need to have so many codes unless you are interested with so many details about your research. But in the event that you just want to have a close understanding of a particular issue, then you can just use a few codes. So you are able to pick that. So home, as you can see. So what can you do at home? When under the home, so you can, the most important thing here, you can visualize. Yeah. You can visualize the work that you have been able to do. Yeah. And again, let's go to create the create option up there. Okay, you want to try visualize? We don't have so much to visualize at the moment. So here, again, so this is where you can create codes before you begin your analysis, okay? And you can create a new document. If you don't have if you want to create a new document, you can say create a document. There are many things you can do, but for this case, here under the create menu, what we have there, you can create what? You can create codes. Let's go to explore. Yeah. So explore, this is now where you can see what you have already done. So again, there are many things you can do. Even before you do coding, you can do a text search. Maybe you wanted to see whether this document is relevant to your research, then the first word you are going to check is whether the term NTD appears or the word neglected. So you can click text search, So even before you begin your analysis, you can want to do a quick check of key terms of your interest to see whether the document is actually relevant to that. So you can click that text search. Yeah. So what text do you want to look for? Just say neglected. Yeah. So the question now is, where do you search where? Search in files. You click files, yes. Just click files and externals. And then it's selected. So you have to want the selected items. No, that is okay. Down there is fine. Just don't worry about none. Just click selected items. Selected items, yes. So the file, click files. Yes, our file is there. Say okay. Yeah. So again, so then you say run query. There is something on your file. Yes, run query. Yeah. So it's telling you that the word neglected appears how many times in the file? 20 times.
20.
And when it can even do a ratio, so it's showing you it is 0.12% of the whole document. So then you can now at this point say whether do you really want to analyze this document or not. So different documents will give you, so you can have a threshold. What coverage do I want to, a document must have what coverage for me to do what, for me to analyze it. And again, remember before you conclude that, you need to have different synonyms to the word neglected, so that then you are able to not to leave a document which probably will have been very informative because it was missing one thing. So let's go back to explore. Explore, yes, there we are. Again, you can do, so that was a text search. You can, again, it gave you, let's see if it can give, so there is another one there, word frequency. So again, so here, this is very open. This is an open, it will want to give you that in your document, which word probably appears most. So you just say run query. But again, this is too much. The number there is too much, Stephen. Yeah, let's say 10. Let's say 10. What are the most prominent, most frequent 10 words used in the documents? And you say, okay, run query. Yeah, so it will be able to give you which word. So again, you can see which word do you, so in this case, which word is most common. So maybe trachoma, in the context that we are talking about NTD. So maybe trachoma is of interest to our case. So again, in case you are thinking of words which you must always know, which words are you looking for? What is the length of those terms? So maybe minimum length of 3 is too small. So maybe you can increase the minimum length so that we don't have acronyms also coming here. There's something somewhere you can see with minimum length below. Yes, there. So you can say, let's say 6, for example. Yeah. So again, let's see, run query. Yeah. So now maybe again, I think trachoma comes in more. Community. So again, you can see which communities. So the word which appears. So again, you can see there's a difference between community and communities. Yeah. So that is something you can also do under explore. So even before you begin your, so these are some of the quantitative things you can get from a qualitative document, and NVivo can allow you to do that. Let's go back to explore. Yeah, so here again, we can run different queries. We have matrix queries. So let's click, I want you to click on the queries. It's something somewhere, no, to your right. To your right, yes, just click there. So coding, yeah. So again, you are able to see what content do you have under a particular code. So in the event that you have coded enough, you have gone through your document, and now you want to compare how different people defined neglected tropical disease, then now you can come You select all selected code, select the code. That is okay, that is fine. So click there because we're going to have one code anyway. So that is okay. All selected codes. Then you click on those. There are those three dots or four. Yes, that is where now you select the code. So click code. There we are. Okay. Then okay. There you can now run the query. There you are. So NVivo now will give you how many times. Remember that our document, it was able to pick so much text, but I think it implies then you delete. You're able to delete whatever is not relevant to the word is poorest. Can you try to see if you can delete?
Nope.
Are you able to delete?
No.
No,
Can't.
you can.
Backspace is not working.
So at this point, you're able to get all texts which are relevant to a particular code. And remember, we said codes are like subtopics. When you looking at the different research questions that you had probably in your research, then you use those research questions, you convert them into codes, short sentences, 1 to 5 words maximum, which will be able to guide you as you link different sections of your document to very specific codes. So once you have this, then you can now run a code query the way we have done. Then now you can copy this. So Stephen, I want you to copy everything here. Fortunately, it can allow you to copy. So right click and copy. Copy. There you are. Once you have copied, let's go under create. Remember we said and NVivo allows you to continue. So now there is something we call a memo. Click memo. Let's see how it looks like. Yeah, so here we want to talk about, just give it a name, definition of entity. Yeah, so that's okay, just say okay. There is nothing much really about memos. So this is where preview queries, that's okay, that's okay, that's fine, okay. That's not something we're interested for now. We want to see how we are. So this is like a blank page, a Word document, the way you are when you are typing Word. So now can you paste what you have just been able to copy? Yeah. Now here you can edit and let us come up with 1 or 2. Yeah, delete again. There's another thing about there. Yeah, all that. So join the other one. Join like that. There we are. So we are saying, so you can remove this file, the blue, all that, and just say definition of entity. So you can give it a title of your choice. Here now you have begun writing your thesis. You have now begun to write your research project, your research paper. Yeah. So you use this. So again now, so looking at this text, what can you conclude? So now you are going to use your own words. Having read through this, what the participants said. So what is the take-home message from this? So you can write anything about this. So like, what is your understanding? If this is what they said, what is your understanding of this? That is where what you begin up there, Stephen, before reference. So you want to write something down, so that's where now you write the text which you want to appear in your report or in your thesis. So that's now where you put it. So when it comes, you can just write a statement where maybe in regard to the definition of entity, the participant appeared to have adequate information, because they could relate entity not only to the biological disease, but also some of the other parameters, Yeah. Yes. So you can put that. Then if you think you will want to have 1 or 2 quotes to support your statement, so you will have all the quotations under this code. You will have all the statements under this code. Then you can pick 1 or 2. then you have it verbatimly reported here, and you can put that the way you quote you quote speech, so you put the quotation marks and with each of them. Then now you're going to do away with these reference things. Stephen, remove that reference, remove this reference to reference one, remove that. Yes. So which of these do we think speaks very well to what NTD means? Maybe the second one, Cindy. So you can introduce quotation marks there, opening quotation marks and closing quotation marks. Yeah. And in front of that, I want you to say, so who are we talking about? Let's say we are talking about a male, a 55-year male, maybe pastoralist, Yeah. Yes. 50-year-old male pastoralist, that's something like that. So you can, yeah. So you are not supposed to use the names, the details, the personal identifiers of the respondents. Up to that point, is there any question? I'd like to stop there.
I don't see any raised hands. Thank you so much for that wonderful session. I believe we are all impacted. We've all become quite empowered now in understanding NVivo. I think we need a part 2.
Yeah.
This time round, people will be bringing their data. Everybody will be bringing something so that they actually can, use what they are working on. I know here we have students, we have scholars, we have researchers in the field, and we will definitely be having part 2 since you have all downloaded the free trial version and it expires in about 2 weeks, meaning we might have one in the coming week, same time, and we will confirm that once we get all the details. So I'm seeing some comments. Sylvia Jemutai, Rotich saying, this is an amazing presentation. Thank you so much. Thank you also for coming. We value your feedback. Kindly fill the feedback form. We have shared it severally in the chat, and we will be posting this recording on the AIDA Africa YouTube channel. Please subscribe and share with your friends and colleagues. Thank you so much, everyone. Somebody says, great, let's have it next week before the trial period expires. Yes, David Lusweti, we are working on the logistics for that. Initially, we thought physical training would be good, but now we see we have a lot of our diaspora friends, so we might just do it on Zoom. But this time, if you are to register for this next one, it will be paid because we will have quite in-depth training on your particular challenges, it will be project-based, basically. So that will be the learning method. Just like today, Itel, I don't know your name, you said thanks a lot. Dr. Jean, thank you so much. I'm happy with this for sure. Gadondu, wonderful. Solomon, thank you so much. Share the info in advance. Yes, David, we will. Please always look out for our announcements on our website, AIDA Africa Limited .com. And also we will be putting it on all our social media. So it's AIDA Africa everywhere. My name is Dr. Wangare. I was the moderator. I am the lead mentor at Africana Journal Clubs. And thank you so much, Vincent. I want to hand it over back to you if you have a last word before we close.
Thank you so much, Dr. Wangari. And thank you so much for everyone who was able to join in. There is so much we can learn. I will encourage everyone to make sure you download the software even before the 14 days expire. You can still reach out to Dr. Wangari. We can have, if you have a research and you will want to complete your analysis, you can reach out to her. Then we are able to arrange and be able to support you accordingly to ensure that you are able to take advantage of the free version. Yeah, so thank you so much. I'm looking forward to hearing from you on email, anywhere else. Yes, that would be good.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for sharing your time with us. And we will also share your slides with participants as well. Good. I see somebody doing thumbs up. Thank you, everyone, and have a nice evening. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.